Charger? What kind of charger is it, by the way?
It's not a charger, it's a...
Bateria?
It's external charger.
It's a bateria?
Yes, it's battery charger.
Okay.
I charge it at night. But I...
Charge. Bateria, good time.
Good.
Long, good,
Fast.
power.
כמה?
פשוט זה יצירת אמנות. Okay, listen. I haven't told you this thus far, but in actuality there are two basic types of questions on this examination. There are must questions. Listen up, this is very important. Listen up, I want everybody to stay with me. Put this aside for now, I want you guys to really be concentrated right now. Tara, there are two types of questions. You lost weight. There are two types of questions. There are must questions and maybe questions. If you see the words, what must be true? What is always true? X equals what? If this is true, then that is true. All of these are must questions. Got it? Now, must questions, think about those. You have one answer choice that is always going to be true. And you have four answer choices that maybe are never true or maybe are sometimes true. So what do we need to do? We need to expose the right one and to differentiate it from the ones that are sometimes true. So what do we say that we do? We plug in comfortable numbers. And if it doesn't work out with x equals 1, for example, it means that it's not always true, therefore we can eliminate it. Got it? In a must question, the correct answer choice is always going to be correct. So the second that it doesn't come out correctly, I know it's incorrect. So far so good? So, on must questions, please remember that about 80% on this of the questions on this examination are must questions. That is the vast majority. 4 out of 5 questions on this examination are must questions. What do we do? זוכרים מה אמרנו? הצבה הראשונה נוחה והצבה השנייה מתחכמת. נכון? פעם שנייה, אם נותרו לנו שתי תשובות, so finally this is worded for us. So, הצבה הראשונה נוחה פוסלת מיד ולתמיד עד 4 תשובות. 2, אם נותרו 2 או יותר תשובות, מה צריך לעשות? הצבה מתחכמת. הצבה שנייה קטנונית, נכון מאוד, הצבה הראשונה נוחה והצבה שנייה קטנונית, על מנת לפסול את התשובות שנותרו. אם שחר נותרה לי תשובה שלא נפסלה, מה זה אומר? שזו התשובה הנכונה, גם ללא בדיקה נוספת. פסלתי 4 תשובות, טוב, זה אומר שהחמישית תהיה הנכונה. יש? Good. This is incorrect. We need to make an adjustment here. Only about 10% of the questions on the examination are maybe questions. That leaves us with about 10% of the questions on the examination which are grid-in questions, exactly, which are not multiple choice questions. Got it? So about 10%, even though the methods that you learn here are also going to be beneficial for grid-in questions sometimes, they're not going to be as efficient. Now, about 10% of the questions are maybe questions. How would you recognize a maybe question? Well, you have the ID, right? נכון, זה הדבר נכון לעשות. יש לך את ה-ID, אז מה אתה עושה? אתה מסתכל, what might be true, what can be true, what is one possible value for x, so on and so forth. So that means that these are maybe questions. Good. Now, in maybe questions, you have, again, usually 5 answer choices. What does it mean? That one of the answer choices is going to be possible, right? And the other 4 answer choices are going to be? Think about it. If they ask you what is possible, right? So exactly. So the other 4 answer choices. So the other 4 answer choices are never going to be possible. Got it? Now, unlike with must questions, where I knew that the correct answer choice is always going to be correct regardless of what I plug in, maybe questions, you know, you can think about those a lot, but then you go, oh yeah, x can be 13, and then you go through the answer choices, and no answer choice, stay with me. You go through the answer choices, and no answer choice is going to be 13. Got it? What did you do wrong? You thought about it in an abstract manner instead of going through the answer choices. Got it? And maybe questions, there is an infinite number of possibilities, but only 5 of them show up, you know, in the answer choices, and only 1 of them is possible. So what you need to do is go immediately to the answer choices and plug the answer choices. Got it? So on maybe questions, you need to plug in numbers in order to confirm. מובן הרציונל? בעצם בשאלות מסה אני מציב על מנת לפסול, בשאלות maybe אני מציב על מנת לאשר, נכון מאוד. So we need to plug in numbers in order to confirm the answer choices. So must and maybe. A good answer, a plausible answer choice is going to be the correct answer choice without checking the other answer choices. Got it? תשובה נכונה תהיה תשובה שיוצאת תהיה תשובה נכונה בשלב maybe גם אם לא בדקת ישר תשובה. So for example, they ask you which echelon can x be, and you plug it in and you go like, okay, x can be 8, yeah, that's possible. So you know what, I'm not even going to look at answer choices C, D, and E. Why? Because I know there's only one possible answer choice. Obviously the exception is that you might have an answer choice here, E, that tells you, oh, both B and D are possible. So just make sure that E is not some kind of, that kind of a basket choice, right? But usually that's not going to be the case. Got it? Did you want to add something?
שמעת, כי
Yeah, exactly.
שיש maybe יכול להיות תשובה אחת.
I knew you were going to say that, which is why I said it. Which is why I said it first. Okay, now, about 3 years ago, I had a private tutoring session with my student, and she told me that when you tell us